Hello, everyone. This is Martin, and welcome back to another weekly update on the trading opportunities that I'm looking at. We're going to be looking for opportunities to get into some good trade setups for the week of August the 14th to the 18th. Now, if you can remember last week's video, we did talk about we talked about trends, and trends are, can seem to go on for quite some time. They are your friend, so you want to trade in the direction of the trend, and they are your friend until it ends. And I also mentioned that last week I saw some of the currency pairs going into pullback phases, and the question was, when do the pullbacks actually finish? We're going to further look at that this week, and the relationship between trends and pullbacks, and obviously what causes them. In this case, the U.S. dollar is kind of resting on the laurels of the rhetoric between, well, one of the reasons for the weakness in the US dollar obviously is the rhetoric between North Korea and Donald Trump, and also some poor data that seems to be coming out. So that in itself will lend to the continuation pattern of the trends that we're looking at. Okay, and let me just take that off, and now we're going to go into the disclaimer. Okay, it's important to understand that all the videos I produce for you are for educational purposes only. I'm not trying to tell you what to do. I'm not trying to tell you exactly when to enter a trade, even though I do give you some specific numbers and levels for you to enter trades. However, I'm trying to educate you, and always remember, view this video and all the information I provide at your own risk. So whenever you want, you can just pause the video and read the entire disclaimer. Okay? Okay, let's get to the good stuff. We're starting with the Euro USD daily, and so you can see the red line here indicates the end of the previous week. Okay, and so we have that's the Friday of the previous week. So now we have last week trading, which is Monday right here, this little white candle, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So we've got our 5 candles after the close of the previous week right there. Okay, and you can see price was in a pullback. Remember, if you look back again to the original theme of this series of videos, price was in a trending mode, trending phase. You can see the trend right here, and all of a sudden price came back down and then made a U-turn. And with this candle that closes above the 8, I would say that the pullback has ended, and we are now in a trend continuation pattern. So trend continuation means that price should move in the same direction as the previous trend, which was up. So we're looking for buy trades only. Okay, and if we believe price is going to go higher, then we want to buy above. Let me just take a look here, get the cross here. So we want to actually buy above 185, 118.60 to the upside. Okay. Okay, here we've got the British Pound USD daily, and you can see last week, after this long uptrend here again, price finally broke below this wedge, this pennant, and once it broke, it came down a lot further, came back down to test the 50 simple moving average right here. And on Friday, with the poor data that came out of the States, we had a nice white candle. Now, this indicates to me right now that we're still in kind of in a sideways pattern right now. The pullback is not quite yet finished, so I would not jump into any trade right now. I would want for further evidence to see if price can go back up and continue in the overall trend direction. So we want to basically wait for further evidence, and if we believe price is going to go higher, then we want to buy above 130.53 to the upside. However, if price slips below and starts going down, then we want to sell below 129.26 to the downside. Okay, let's take a look at the next pair. Here we've got the Australian USD, kind of similar to the British Pound USD. You can see we had this huge um, uptrending move. Okay, so the uptrend right here, you can see this is a trending indicator right here down below, and you can see right there that we had all green bars. So we were in a pretty good uptrend. The red bars here just indicate that price is stalling, that the uptrending movement is weakening. It does not mean we are in a downtrend, it just means the uptrend movement is weakening. And as you can see, we are in a pullback phase. So when you see that right there, that just means price is in a pullback. Okay, so price is pulling back, and then we want to ask ourselves, well, when does the pullback end, and when and if it does end, will price resume its original uptrending direction? In this case, higher. Okay, and that is the big question. So right now you kind of have to wait, and you're going to look for more evidence. Notice on Friday there, okay, on Friday we had a small white, well, a very large white doji candle type of thing. Price did not close above the 8 EMA, so that's what we need to do. We need to wait for price to close above the 8 before we can consider taking trades to the upside. If we believe price is going to go higher, then I would want to wait and buy above 0.7914 to the upside. If we believe price is going to go down, then you can take a sell trade below 0.7866 to the downside. Okay, so right now we're in a wait and see situation. The Australian currency is often tied into gold. Take a look. Gold has kind of been pretty dramatic in its rise from the swing low here. You can see this swing low and bounce off this gray rectangle, which is support. The big moving average, 50 moving average right here. So it's gone up, and I believe in the short term it's going to go a little bit higher before bouncing back down again. So gold, I believe, for now in the short term could go higher, and then you can watch for bounce back lower. Okay, now we get to the New Zealand USD. Just like the other previous currency pairs, after a long uptrending run, we have a pullback. Now this pullback seems to be a lot deeper than, for instance, the Australian dollar, or like here you can see the Australian dollar not as deep. Okay, British pound not as deep, and the euro not as deep, but the New Zealand dollar actually has pulled back quite a bit. How many pips? Well, approximately 262 pips off its high there. So this is partially due to a lot more poor data coming out for the New Zealand dollars. So it's data related. And right now on Friday, because of the poor U.S. news, we had a bounce off this support area. But however, please note that price still did not close above the 50, and price would have to close above the 8 for it to resume its former uptrend. So right now, the pullback has not ended. In fact, on this particular pair, I'm kind of hesitant as to bias direction, possibly a little bit, my bias is to the downside, but however, price may go higher again to test the 8 EMA right here and then bounce back down, or just continue in a sideways pattern. Take a look below the trending indicator. We have one one red bar below the zero level, which means this could be the start of a possible downtrend. Now, US CAD, we're now going the opposite way since the USD is the first pair in the first currency in the pair here. So USD has been weak. Again, you can see that all the way from the end of April high. The price has just been going downhill. We had a nice reversal off of a key support zone here. Price did break above the 8 EMA, and from there we expected price to go higher, but now price has bounced off this key resistance area. It's the 2680 level. And from here, price, notice price, even though on Friday we had a bearish candle, it still closed above the 8. So price could from here bounce higher and go higher to retest the 50, or from here break below the 8 and just go down lower again. Right now we're in a pullback phase after the long downtrend, and we need more evidence to see if the pullback has come to an end where we can take a trade, and where the trend will continue to the downside, or will this just keep going back higher? So that's what I see with the US CAD. And again, if we're looking for some entry levels, sell below 126.38. So 126.38 to the downside, buy above 127.62 to the upside. Okay. And now we move on to, well, really quickly, let's look at oil, because oil is tied into the Canadian dollar. Oil has been going sideways down. I kind of have a bit of a bearish sideways bias to this. Again, oil would have to make quite a move in one direction, either break the high here at resistance or break the low below here and this moving average for it to go lower. So again, wait and see situation for oil. It's just going sideways. Now we move on to the US Swiss franc and take a look. We have okay, well, first of all, let's look at the big picture. We were in a downtrend, okay, downtrending pattern, so downtrend right there, okay. All of these bars, take a look right here at the trending indicator, they are below the zero, okay, and right here, take a look at the trending indicator, my mouse, we all of a sudden, for the first time, price the trend broke to the upside. So on the longer term trending indicator, price broke to the upside, and this either is a start of a reversal, okay, to the downtrend, or just a major pullback, okay. And so we did have a pullback. Price did actually close, see right here, above the previous highs. So price was starting to not only pull back but reverse, and now it's come right back down again. So we're basically in a wait and hold pattern. Please note on Friday there, let me just take all of this off. On Friday we had a doji candle. Price, we're not too sure if price is going to go higher or lower. My kind of bias is price will come down a little bit further. Okay, we'll go down further, and so if we believe price is going to go down, we want to take a sell below 0.9545 to the downside. Okay, so and again, take a look at this big black bearish candle on last Wednesday. So that's kind of a major clue that US dollar is still responding to weakness, and also the nonsense that's going on, like as far as the war on words between North Korea and Donald Trump. So right now it's a wait and see situation, but my bias is to the downside. Take a look down here along the trending indicator. We had a couple of red bearish bars here, which means that the uptrend is weakening. And on short term, here's the MACD. This MACD represents short term. If this blue line, the MACD actually closes, crosses the zero level, the downtrend will be intact and will continue going down. Right now, the uptrend certainly has weakened and we may be going down further. Okay, and finally, let's take a look. We're going to get to the Japanese yen. Same thing. U.S. weakness and other political news has caused this pair to come down quite dramatically again last week. And just to show you on the weekly chart, okay, you can see one huge black bearish candle. Okay, so right now we had a doji on Friday, and it certainly can come down a little bit further. Please note to the immediate left we had another swing low right there, and again to the left a swing low. This red magenta horizontal line indicates the low of April of this year. Okay, this pair came down to here. I'm sorry. This price came down to here in June, and now price again is testing the low here. Will price break below that and come down lower to retest the long-term previous low? It most likely, well, I'm not going to say most likely, but I believe it will. My bias is again to the downside. And if we believe price is going to go lower, we want to sell below 108.69, 108.69 to the downside. However, if we believe price is going to go higher in the short term, then we can buy above 109, 109.53. Okay, so that is what I see for this week. If you need any information, please contact me. My name is Martin. You can contact me at mskyj007@gmail.com. I will be going on holidays for the next 2 weeks, just letting you know. So the next video, will only come out at the beginning of September. So just letting you know. And for all those people watching from different parts of the world, there won't be any videos for the next 2 weeks. We're heading into the major August holiday season for myself. And so I will see you again beginning of September. Be good, trade safely, and we will talk to you again soon. Bye for now.